Okay, so here's the sitch. My front nine was kind of bad. It was, let's see, 21 below par. But my back nine has been very good so far. I'm plus five, including that 14, which is just fire. And yeah, so I have 10 more to go, and let me see if I can make par. I'm down 16, so I would have to average 11 or 12. It's a tall order, but we'll see how it goes. So let's try it out.
Fort Benjamin Harrison, just northeast of this Midwest capital, houses the U.S. Army Finance Center. You won't find this Egyptian monument speared on the plains of Giza, but in the British Museum.
Rosetta Stone?
This soft drink co-introduced its new formula drink and then brought malarial and iron deficiency are two types of this condition that can lead to paleness.
Anemia.
In January 2013, fans turned a statue of Stan Musial in this city into an informal. Astigmatism occurs when the front surface of this part of the eye is not true. Oceanus Hopkins was born on this ship while it was at sea. Peregrine. After killing this criminal for the $10,000 reward, Bob Ford made personal appearances and was booed. Though he's acted on screen, as in Tommy, his first nomination and win was for a song in The Lion King.
Oh gosh, no.
A Montana city is named for these on the Missouri, which Meriwether Lewis called the grandest sight he'd ever beheld.
Great Falls?
Legend says in 1652 Dutch Admiral Tromp placed this at his masthead after sweeping the English from the sea.
No idea.
Though it sounds like it, this type of massage was not developed in Stockholm.
Swedish massage.
Fred Flintstone could tell you that after you dig through
bedrock. Yeah. Whew. Alright, I salvaged that one. That started off rough. This one took me too long. Broom, okay. Alright.
Lawrence Sperry used the gyroscope his dad developed in this device that keeps planes on course without human aid.
Autopilot.
This cheesy Dutch city chartered in 1000. Canotier is another name for this flat-brimmed straw hat worn at regattas and flowing north through Mato Grosso state. The Xingu River covers from a Cree word. This Native American food was made from cranberries, dried deer meat. The Triple Alliance of Brazil, Argentina and Uruguay wages war.
Paraguay.
After death we enter this between lives state. A 2000. In 1991 this sister of Eric Roberts shocked Hollywood by the largest exposed granite monolith in the world. It rises 3,000. The name of this capital of Belgium might remind you of
Brussels.
Dean Martin and this longtime comedy partner starred in. He said, "I only regret that I have but one life." A major NYC cancer center was endowed by two GM executives, Alfred Sloan and him.
Kettering.
Get out of my dreams, get into my car was this singer's third number one. He, not Gabriel, is the only one in the Bible who specifically.
Michael?
The Imperial Palace in this city was destroyed in air raids during World War II.
Dresden.
A C-54 cargo plane is on the 1998 stamp commemorating the 50th anniversary of this aid mission.
Fuck. Oh my god, this one could have been absolute fire. I could have gotten like a 15 or something. Whew. Imperial Palace in this city. Of course, that's Japan. Oh my god. Germany doesn't have an Imperial Palace at that point in their history. What was this one? 58%, 50th anniversary of Berlin Airlift. I didn't do the math fast enough in my head. Alright, still pretty good. Still pretty good.
The viceroy type of this insect is protected by its resemblance. The Dutch traded New York to the British for a tiny island producing this, now mainly used at Christmas time.
Eggnog?
1998's Welcome to the World, Baby Girl, is the latest from this fried green tomatoes author.
Fade flag.
To nictate is to do this. Nudge, nudge, nicked. This creator of V.I. Warshawski Co. founded Sisters in Crime. Jail awaits, as you disrespected Aaron in open court and the judge held you in this.
Contempt.
In 1930 he led a march to the sea to collect salt to protest a monopoly. Most devastating hurricane in American history killed 6,000 people in this southern city in 1900.
Galveston?
The Hawaiian equivalent of Casual Friday includes dressing up or down in these colorful island shirts.
Aloha shirts.
This Arizona capital lies in the Salt River Valley and is bordered.
Phoenix.
This religious service for college graduates is usually held on the Sunday before commencement day.
No idea.
Raise a glass of vodka to Vladimir Atlasov, who explored and claimed this peninsula for Russia.
Kamchatka.
This word for a gangster means 8-9-3, the worst hand in a Japanese card game.
Yakuza.
The Practical Traveler reports on budget types of these small.
Okay, 11's good.
One of these, also called a syncope, is that blood flow to the brain. A failed hit on Irish crime boss Albert Finney leads to an all-out mob war in the last name of Mitch, mayor of New Orleans, and in the U.S., we call one hat a derby. The Brits stay in their Asian country that gave its name to a process that emulates its celebrated lacquer work.
Japanning.
Named for a U.S. doubles champ, this cup is presented to the winner of a 16-team men's tennis tourney.
Davis.
The violent killings of an old woman and her daughter are the title crimes of this detective story. With a solid gold nib, the €1 million Aurora diamond is the most expensive one of these ever.
No idea.
If you're this, like an angle over 90 degrees, but less than
Obtuse.
this Grand Ole Opry star gave off a howdy as she drove the first U.S.
Mini
built.
driver.
In 1991, two Englishmen said they'd spent 13 years sneaking around fields creating these.
Crop circles.
Unlike frogs, these animals don't jump far.
Toads?
They make. Orson Welles played L.E. Chiffer in the campy 1967 version of this Bond film.
Dr. No?
Listen, this reddish-orange metal first used about
Copper.
A ghost known as the Black Phantom used to appear.
Oh man, this one could have been really good. I missed some gimmies on this one. This fine up until here. Okay, this one's actually tricky. Until the word detective shows up, I think my answer would have been fine too. You know, that's what happens. You win some, you lose some when you try to go that fast paced. Sometimes the keyword is right in the beginning, sometimes it's at the end. This one's impossible. Gold nib. Okay, I didn't hear that word. Obtuse is fine. I said mini driver for this. That one's bad. This one is impossible. Okay, man. Could have gotten like a 12 or something on that one. All right.
Margaret Mitchell began this book. Scarlett O'Hara was not beautiful. On June 19, 1953 at Sing Sing, this couple became the first U.S. Hey big spender set aside a few bucks for the future in one of these, an IRA for short.
Universal retirement fund.
In 1647 astronomer Johannes Hevelius published the first detailed atlas of this heavenly body.
The sun?
In 1717 this pirate captured La Concorde and renamed it Queen Anne's Revenge.
Blackbeard.
Begun as an alternative to SMS messaging and now part of Facebook, it helps a build. In the 1920s a dog of this breed, named Buddy, became the first seeing eye dog in the U.S. In The Tempest, this beast-like character is this fever carried by ticks is actually more prevalent in the Appalachians than it is out west. Andrew Johnson provoked his own impeachment when he fired Edwin Stanton. A 2008 Best Picture nominee hinges on whether a former president will apologize during an interview with
Nixon.
He acted in England under the name David Barron before writing plays like The Birthday Party.
Oh, Pinter.
Neo. In 2014, you can no longer choose a new red nor blue matrix from this company.
Toyota. I don't know. I'll say I got that in time. That was close. You know, I give myself like a 1 second leeway for how long some of these clues are, but oh my god, I dropped this one. Provoked his own impeachment when he fired, and I said Stanton. If I had kept listening, it would have said from this post. I went for the flex there because I was like, I know exactly who he fired. Man, just say the word Stanton, I'll give you the title. Fuck, that was rough. All right. Okay, so I'm at the halfway point. I need to get 61 in 5, so I need to average 12. Let's do this. Let's fucking go. Let's go.
As choir director for St. Thomas Church in Leipzig, he wrote 6 cantos, never mentioned by name in the Bible. This daughter of Herodias is one of the most. The IRS says this type of tax is on specific goods or activities like gambling.
Syntax? Oh,
After delivering the head of John the Baptist, Herod orders his guards to crush her to death. Between 1960 and 1986, he racked up 44 top 40 hits, but no ones.
What?
A 1 followed by 9 zeros is this term in the US. The Brits call that number 1,000 million.
Oh, yeah, no.
Cleopatra is said to have used rejuvenating products from the saline body of water in which the Jordan ends.
The Dead Sea.
Also called corkwood, this light material was used by Thor Heyerdahl. The Kurds almost got their own homeland following this war, but the Treaty of Sèvres was abrogated.
Oh gosh, World War I? Oh,
he discovered San Diego Bay and Catalina Island.
Tornado.
This miracle that happens in all 4 Gospels, including Mark 6 and Luke 9.
Feeding the multitude.
In 1940 the Interior Department merged the Bureau of Fisheries and the Bureau of Biological Survey into this.
Wildlife Service.
Guns N' Roses aptly covered this Rolling Stones tune for Interview with the Vampire.
No, golly, that was rough, that was rough. Oh man, what did I... Excise, I knew there was excise. I was about to say excise, I changed my answer at the last second. This one's impossible. This one is just like... In fact, this one might be too contextual from the list of clues. That one's, yeah. Oops. This one I just couldn't think fast enough. 9 zeros, but I should have been able to. This one I took too long. Balsa. This one's a lucky guess. Cabrillo, obviously. This, yeah, only 8. All right, let's go. Let's freaking go.
This 1992 presidential candidate sold IBM computers in Texas.
Perot.
Beethoven was born in 1770 in this city that until 1990 was the capital of what? Observe wild animals from this famous hotel where Princess Elizabeth was when she became Queen of England.
Savoy?
In 1977 Barbara Walters made journalism history by arranging the first joint interview with these 2 leaders.
Sadat and Begin?
During the Wars of the Roses, The Earl of Warwick earned this nickname for his influence in choosing rulers.
Kingmaker.
Every year the Dykes medal goes to the best example of this bearded flower.
Iris.
From the Greek for a double assumption, you may find yourself with this kitchen gadget that sounds more like a musical instrument. You can slice up a potato.
Mandolin.
Mary brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in these. This device allows a computer to connect to phone lines and access other computers. Named for an astronomer, these gleams are formed by sunlight shining through lunar valleys. The supercontinent called this land was the sun. Sheets are forced at high pressure into the grooves of printing plates, so bills are actually three-dimensional with slight rises and indentations. This dog breed was named for the German who developed it in the late 1800s.
Doberman Pinscher. All right, I gave myself a little more time for this one because this Sadat and Begin one is one of my I keep clues in here that are super hard and require a lot of thought to come up with multiple names just in my deck. And sometimes, I should have curated that from this one. That obviously would never be a question that requires you to come up with two very difficult names in that span of time. But I still got it, and because of that, I just gave myself a little more time to hear that last one. So that's a 12 then, right? Because I didn't count. So let me see. 1, 2, didn't get that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could have gotten that one. 11, 12, yeah. What is Treetops? Observe. Treetops Hotel? Is that like a thing? Never heard of that. Treetop Hotel. And while that's going on, called this land. Yeah, right. I knew that one after it breaks up. Okay. 2 times, hasn't shown up in 12 years. No, I'm not going to worry about that. Good round, though. 41 and 3, so I need a 14. All right, let's do it. Let's just go. Let's fucking go.
Look directly skyward as you swim this way. That's just Krazelberg enough to work.
What? North?
The Krishna starts near one coast of this country and flows all. Judo contestants don't wear shoes and socks, and the color of these changes as they gain expertise. In an upset, this businessman was elected mayor of New York City in 2000. The tango is the national dance of this South American.
Argentina.
A monument was erected at the Lenin shipyards in this Polish city honoring workers who died during a 1970.
Gdansk.
This sea-colored March birthstone is said to cure laziness, but I'm too tired to go out and buy one.
No idea. Emerald?
Nick Hornby novels made into films include About a Boy and this one in which John Cusack ran a You might have this for life as well as for the Aqua Pure variety of this body bar.
No.
In 1993 this U.S. Commonwealth voted to maintain its status.
Puerto Rico.
This great-grandson of a slave served as an associate justice from 1967 to 1991.
What? Oh, Marshall.
In this Chekhov-based show, Olga, Masha,
3 Sisters.
Mark Twain recounts learning to pilot steamboats called
Life on
Paul.
Mississippi.
In the 1920s this Finn won 12 total medals in the Olympics. This memoir begins with Jeanette Walls in a taxi, seeing her mom.
Glass Castle! I'll take that. Fuck yeah, I'll take that. I don't care if it's 1 second late, I'll take that. Alright, 2 15s. Let's fucking do this. Woo! Alright, let's get 2 15s, you know.
Be wary of pulling out a chair for this Texas Tech and former Indiana basketball coach. Using triethylene melamine on tumors, Dr. Jane Cook pioneered research on this, the use of drugs to treat cancer.
Chemotherapy.
This can refer to a school course in physical ed or the structure where you might apply what you've learned.
No.
A Maryland law calls for the replanting of this conifer, such as the loblolly or shortleaf.
Pine.
A warrener in days of yore was responsible.
Rabbits.
Compounds featuring this element are used to treat the most common type of anemia.
Oh, iron.
The Emperor Tiberius lived on this island at the entrance to the bay. Not a perpetual bubble machine, but a piano-shaped ashtray was designed by this band leader.
No idea.
People magazine said this rock star's daughter Jade launched her line of jewelry in a see-through dress.
No idea.
2016 is the 150th birthday of Fisk University in this city, home of the Jubilee Singers and alma mater.
Nashville?
Part of this Material Girl's film Dangerous Game was shot near our former Jeopardy! Offices.
What? Madonna?
In Paint Your Wagon, the rain is Tess.
Mariah.
Until vintners learned to test sugar levels in the
Wine.
Tammy Blanchard and Judy Davis both won Emmys for playing this star.
Sorry? No. I didn't get this champagne one, so that's only a 9. Alright. Looks like it didn't happen. I'm gonna try to go for a 21 here, but that's probably not gonna happen. Not probably, that's not gonna happen. But you know, good run. Can't be disappointed. Alright, let's finish. Let's close this out.
A sort of museum of children's books, Junibacken recreates the cottage of this beloved fictional Swedish girl.
Pippi Longstocking.
We hope someone volunteers a reason why Kentucky Lake is the largest artificial lake in this state.
Kentucky? What the fuck?
Vegetarians in search of vitamins A and C know Butyriad and Crisphead are 2 of its general classifications.
No idea.
Michael Jackson's Moonwalk was among the many books she edited while working for Doubleday.
What?
Botanical adjective meaning long-lived, or a certain type of diet of beans and grains.
Probiotic.
In 1942 he revived his silent classic The Gold Rush and added a musical
Chaplain.
Tutus are often made from this fine net named female figures symbolizing the Tisza, Drava and Sava rivers appear on the Budapest fountain named for this river.
Danube.
Harry Connick Jr. has been seen as Dr. Leo Marcus on this NBC show.
ER?
Speaker of the House during Bush-Cheney years who later got convicted of sex crimes.
Hastert.
Off the wall is the slogan of this brand known for its skate shoes. Estee Lauder suggests putting this on top of your foundation twice. With
mascara?
Because it dips its food in water, it has the scientific name Loter, which means washer.
Spoonbill? Oh my god. Okay. What a terrible ending. That was legitimately hard though. Progress record. I got 6 there. That's rough. It took way too long on this one. This one, there's got to be some trick. Volunteers in quotes, like that would be helpful in a Jeopardy setting. Crisp head, butterhead, like I could have gotten that. I dropped those words when I was listening. I'm positive this one, the category was first ladies, because if you give me first lady, I can tell you Jackie did the publishing stuff, but just off the cuff, that's tough. I was gonna say macrobiotic for this. I can't believe I said probiotic. That one's fine. That one's fine. That one's fine. This one I might have gotten. I think I vaguely remember him being on that show. Hastert I got. Vans I got. This is hard but not impossible. And this one is, I don't know how. Okay, I don't know how that one is. You're supposed to get it. Raccoon. Lotor? Oh no, there are two C's in raccoon? My god, I can't spell. What is this, like a visual clue? Like, how is this a 200? And then, is it because it's washer? How is it so, what? How is this so easy? There's no way. I have no idea what's going on. How is that a 200 clue? 2 times, hasn't shown up in 22 years. No thanks, I'm not keeping it. All right, we'll save this. We'll close it. Let's just look. So the back 9, I ended up getting a 256, so 6 above par. That's pretty good. I ended up 15 below, which I know I call it par, but it's actually very, very, very hard to get. Like, I think I've only gotten it 1 time in 2.5 weeks. I just call it par for fun, but it's extremely difficult. Like, I shouldn't feel bad that I didn't actually get it. As you can see, you know, I was averaging around 8s when it started. Low 9s. I got a 9.9 there. That was really good. I beaten par exactly 1 time. I beat it by 1 on this day. 9.5, 9.1, etc., etc. I had a few rough days leading into this one. 9.2, 9.5, and 9.8 a few days ago, and 9.7 now. 9.7 is honestly really good. I don't feel bad about that at all. This, I had a 5 here, a 5 here, and ended with a 6. Okay. All right, so that's, yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how I do this, and you know, put on a show for a very, very high stakes last 10. Yeah, and that's it for today. So I'll see you guys later.